So liberal feminism, they are saying that this is the reality of the society that we have today, where the non-existence of certain enabling condition, yeah, that is prevailing in our society, that is something that it needs to be in existence. And For example, situation, they brought forward example of women being free from violence, yeah, and threats of violence, because statistics, global statistics published by WHO indicates that one in three people, three women worldwide have either experienced physical or sexual intimate partner violence and non-partner sexual violence in their lifetime. One out of three of women, meaning one of three of you is going to be exposed to violence. You know, me when I get married with my wife, so she said two things that I'm not supposed to do. One is having an affair with another woman, or if I were to hit her or be violent with her, she would leave me. The thing is that she is stating she is able to be uh, there enough in order her to put up the requirement or the what they call it, the things that she wants in the marriage. So if I promise that I will be able to do that, then she would say. If I were to do one of the two things, then she would leave. Now, this is not to say that many people or many women out there are able to have the guts to come to say to their partners that these are my conditions. If you don't meet my condition, therefore that's it. Because woman, a career woman, will be able to have money for her to take care of herself, because the man has failed to provide what they have done, as I mentioned before. So women have to take care of themselves. They have to go out and work to get income. And if they are not working, then you will see all those conditions that is saying that is prevailing in our mass media, where women are subjected to violence. Why? Because men, they have that sense of egoism, and thinking that they bring the money into the family, therefore it is justified for them to get more than what they deserve. Say for example, cooking is to be done by the wife while the wife is working. So men come back and just relax and then enjoy their activities, and the wife have to be pressure to prepare food and taking care of the children. Now these are a situation that is prevailing in our society. This is the reality of our society. And violence, it is a reality that you cannot run away. Every day you see that this situation happens in the mass media. And then being free of the limit set by patriarchal, paternalistic, and moralistic laws. Yeah. So they want to be free from the paternalistic, in terms of the man in control. They don't want men to control them. By men being able to control women, then they are subjected to the condition or the requirement of the male. So again, in terms of moralistic laws, yeah, moral laws, yeah, we are talking about moral laws, not legal laws. But as far as moral laws have good influence in the society. Say for example, you go back to your in-laws. Yeah, if you are married to a husband, you go back to the husband parents in somewhere in kampong, and then you have to behave in a certain manner, because it is expected of you. You can't behave in another manner that you are so used. Even though you have justice, equality at home, but you cannot be having that, yeah, when you go back. So the society has already set certain standard for women. It started from the day one. The way you dress, the way the playthings that was given to you. When it comes to uh, what do you call it, a child, yeah. And then if the child is female, then obviously you be buying them things that is reflecting towards that, yeah, in terms of dolls, in terms of cooking utilities, even though it is a plaything, but the psychology of the society is already working, you know. uh, and then you don't give ball to the child in order for her to play. You don't buy machine guns, because you would label the society label it as not proper, and so that they are subjected to some psychological indoctrination, yeah, by the patriarchal or moral laws that we have. So this is John Stuart Mill. The He is also what they call it, a movement. He is supporting the movement of feminism, because his wife is actually a great what they call it, a great liberal feminist. Yeah. So we will look into that later on. So basically, liberal feminism is saying that having access to option, meaning once you free them, then only then they would be able to have options. Okay, so what kind of option that they can get? So here, individuals may be free to choose the lifestyle most suitable to her or him without being judged for it. So if you want to, like like me and my wife, we just want to be free. We want just to enjoy our life. We don't want to have kids, but for us, we see kids as something that is troublesome, you know? And obviously we are being bombarded by people and say that, hey, kenapa tak nak anak? Rasulullah kata ni bukan umat bukan umat Rasulullah. And then we argue, kata, oh, kalau macam tu Aisyah kenapa tak ada anak? you know uh, you have to be on the defense in order for you to say it is our rights. I don't question you about how you take care of your child. Why you are so busybody and telling me how I should behave? The pressure for me is okay. I could say that saya mandul. But when it comes to pressure towards my wife, the pressure is even worse. you know when we were at Merbok, the pressure for her to wear stockings, you know being a Muslim lecturer, because most of them are having some mental, I would say, mental problem, because their understanding is that they want to preach religion by forcing people to behave in certain manner, which is wrong. You don't let people to decide what they want. And the moment we see people not wearing tudung, then we pass judgment and say that, oh, she's bad, she's not good, she's not reliable, things like that. But there is no freedom there. Okay, if you force, then you will be like Afghanistan. The Taliban, when they took over the society, they forced onto people to wear the jilbab, the what they call it, what they call it, burqa, and then that is wrong. Forcing people doing something that is not that they are against, or they don't like. So obviously, eventually they will retaliate. So no matter what you do, so you have to give some people in terms of freedom that they want. Okay, because you then some of you might say, hey, we cannot be giving people freedom. This is against our religion. You know, again, I would disagree, as our religion is individual religion. It's a private religion. It's not a public religion. We are the promotion of all the tasks that we have to do is all private. It's not. Salat is private. Zakat is private. What they call, what else? Haji is private. Nobody is to force us to do haji when we have the money. And they put us to jail just because we have the money, we don't go to for hajj. That is ridiculous. The basis of our religion is about freedom. You should be able to think whether you know why you're doing, whether that thing that you're doing is correct or not. At least they have to self-discovery whether the thing is right or wrong. So, but it never happened. Okay, be it for housewife or house husband, unmarried, careers or part of dual income family, childless or with children, heterosexual or homosexual. Let people be what they want to be, right? So this is quite radical, when I say that, this statement, because this is what liberal feminism is saying. More or less I agree with what they say, because this is what the reality that we are facing in our society today, being bombarded by standard that is coming from other people rather than the standard that is coming from the law. Meaning the law itself has to first identify whether the law that is being created to have this equality is correct or not. Then is that is one issue. But here, without the law, people are branding, people are blaming, people are doing some, uh, criticizing other people, and punishing them. We see people when it comes to the, what do you call it, Central Asia. We see women are subjected to punishment by the society. They are being killed, they are being burned alive. So that punishment doesn't occur to the woman, to the male. The punishment you will see is more towards the woman rather than the male. When the perpetrator are both of them, say for example, having sex, intercourse is an offense, according to the law of the country, but the punishment is more towards the woman rather than the male. So why? There must be something that is wrong here. So this is what the liberal feminism is saying. So we have to let them be free. The reality is to let them be free. The reality is they are being tied down. So therefore, we have to first let them be free. Once they are free, then they have the right to choose. And the right to choose is up to them, right? Up to them to do. So you might say, so remember, guys, we are doing jurisprudence. So you don't put your judgment in terms of religion inside, by saying that, oh, this is against the religion. As I mentioned, it's a private law as compared to public law. So one last slide before we end, and we need to look at the proponents of the liberal feminism. So basically, what they are saying that all individuals are unique. Thus, we are rational, moral, and productive in our own way, right? So if you recognize everyone as different and recognize as a legitimate, what do you call it, something that is legal, status. Once we have that legal status, obviously each one of us will be able to be rational and do the moral things and be productive in our own way. So these qualities can be achieved through legal recognition of universal rights. So this universal right, some of you might not agree, but universal rights, if you look at it, you can agree to a greater amount of acceptance. Is If you look at the universal rights, because as far as universal rights is concerned, it is general for the society in terms of gender, right? So the inequalities prevailing are not natural but artificial, created by the society. Yeah, betul, right? I think I have to agree to this because the pressure of our society, the standard that is being put to a woman in our society is based on the society itself. It is not by law because the law is silent. Why the law is silent? Because it's being controlled by men. The concept of patriarchal nature of our system, that we have all males that is running the country, therefore obvious that we are going to produce law that is towards our men's punya, what men's want rather than what women wants. So men are unable to see the perspective of women because they are not women. They don't suffer what women suffering. They don't acknowledge that because they are not victims. So this is what the group is saying, that first you have to recognize, first we have to recognize the problem, then you have to free us, then you should be able to see how we flourish. The equality can be achieved through understanding and rational arguments. So just don't ignore this feminist movement and say no you are right, no you are wrong, I cannot accept what you are saying. Just listen and then understand the way that they are coming, the point that they are putting forward, and to have rational argument, and only then we are able to see the whole picture more clearly. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we'll be looking at the proponents of